Hi, welcome to my tutorial on how to make this, a big blue ball. Um, so I'm going to say this, the recording is not great. This is my first tutorial video. I hopefully will find my actual microphone, and I apologize for the sound issues. I'll try to add captions and context to a bunch of stuff. But this is the tutorial. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to do. So I'll see you at the end of the video. Say hi, Mac. No? Okay. You'll want something that is slightly more tightly woven, so that way you don't have to worry as much about it breaking apart on you or breaking apart with people using it. Blue linen! Yay! Is to find your pieces of fabric. You probably have a lot. So I think I'm going to do blue. I like this blue. Nice. I have so much of it. Both remnant and non-remnant forms. So do what we take a sip of tea. So what you do is you take your linen, kind of lay it flat like this, and then you find something that is correct size and circular. So can I do this twice? This might be too big. Fold this in half. We'll find out. Aha! Yes. Okay, so I'm going to use this as my pattern. Scoot a little bit. Not quite even on both sides. I'm going to use this as my pattern. Any leftover fabric from this is just going to go straight into the pouch anyway. And I'm going to use this as my side. So I think the best way to do this is sides should be about so the sides should be about the width of your circle, so that way it looks approximately the same size. This one I did completely freehand because I am a smart cookie. I'm using white chalk, but if you can use whatever you want, you can use Sharpie if you want. Nobody cares. It's all gonna get hidden. It don't matter. You can use soap. Soap's real good. Washes out too. And then once you've got that, not a whole lot. Yeah, what I like to hear. Yay. Okay. Then you cut out your circles. This is gonna be a bigger ball. Alright, got scraps. Yay, scraps. And then we're gonna take this. I'm gonna put this to the side for now. We're gonna take this. I'm gonna trim off that little edge. And I'm gonna mark the whole way through because once you get to a certain point, you can kind of follow the grain of the fabric really well. So the next step is to pin these two things. Oh no, I didn't completely cut it apart. No. So I'm gonna just pin this corner because I like to have something pinned down to get started. That way I don't have to worry about it too much beyond that. It's just pinned to the thing, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I don't have to worry about it going all flippy floppy everywhere until I want it to. And we're gonna pause quick while I take out my sewing machines. Alright, so got my sewing machine out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew these two pieces together. My circle bit, square bit, it's a rectangle, my rectangular bit, and sew them together. Make sure you leave adequate seam allowance. And as you go through, sort of try to ease this around as much as you can. So think of it as like sewing in a sleeve, except you never have to worry about whether you've got the right side or not. So you'll want to go slowly on this. Also hand sew it. It's approximately the same process, just takes longer. I recommend using a backstitch because I remember being little and I remember what I did to toys. So we're gonna. And then sometimes it's real annoying and crap. At some point, you might realize that you don't have enough fabric to go all the way around. The easiest way to avoid this is to measure the circumference of your circle. But if you do not do that and you just sort of accidentally end up with less fabric than you thought, find something that's a similar weight and weave. If you can find a similar piece itself, everyone's like, "Oh, you're so talented." No, I just wing it every time. Honestly, 100% winging it every single day. Again, I'm just doing the bare minimum because honestly, this is a project you're supposed to, like. This is a project that uses up those remnants that you have, so don't feel too precious about things. It's gonna get beat up pretty badly. One hopes, or it's gonna get lost. This is a quick and easy dirty project for you to do and keep yourself sane in the midst of an epidemic. And also maybe to throw at some children so they can have some fun. Or throw two children, depends, or on the day. Hand washing break is over. So now I'm just going to go in from this end and we're going to leave this side open. That way we can stuff the ball eventually. I would recommend going over it just here to make it extra. All right. And now we're ready to do the other side. Ta-da! We have a nice little thingamabob. I'm trying not to block the camera. We'll see how this works. Nope, we're not going to see it. All right, so I just held it up to the light and I said, okay, there's, oh gosh darn it, I found another one. So just checking the edges, making sure that everything's properly closed is really something important on this project. And making sure that your machine stays freaking right. New. Gonna go around all the way. You can whip stitch this together over time if like holes develop because of use. It's a thing you can do. All right, disembodied torso is now going to do round 2. It's a cold day out. It's snowing now. God damn it. And then when you sew it in correctly, you just take some snips and you undo it. Feeling very self-conscious, but there we go. what you want to do when you sew this together, don't be like me. Don't sew it on the wrong side. What you want to do is turn it inside out, or right side out, rather. Turn it right side out so it looks like kind of the finished project. It should look like a weird fez that isn't closed on one side. And then sew it this way. Sew it around so that way when it flips in. So when it flips in like this, it'll look like that. And threads everywhere. Don't be like me. Don't sew everything inside it because it's not going to work. This is a great way to recycle fabric. Ugh. So maybe I should have practiced doing this on a sewing machine before I. This time I went around twice in advance. Woohoo! Now can turn it inside out. Check quick, see that there's no major holes. A little bit of weirdness here because I messed up a little bit. And then I'm probably going to tack this part down a little bit better. It didn't take as well as I would like. Okay, look fine. So this is our ball right now. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like a very deflated and sad drum. This is gonna have so much fabric in it. It's great. Okay, so step one. So remember those remnants I had from this project alone? Here we go. Step one, they start getting thrown in. So, oh, that's a good piece. If you have multiple remnant bags, which I do, I'll look fast. There's linen, here's silk, polyester in there, here's some more linen, olive green. And as you can see, it's starting to get full now. It's going to be a pretty substantial one. At some point, you're going to be like, oh my gosh. Ooh, it's open. Use the force of your body to close it. Gosh darn it, why won't my nose stop itching? Hands washed again, this time because literally I am just scratching the bridge of my nose. Very annoyed. Lucky to have a made ball. Except for kids who know about video games. making these for medieval children who have no idea what video games are. I'm gonna play video games later. Alright, so once you kind of get to the point where you're like, alright, I'm not sure how much more I can really stuff in here, which I'm getting real close. A little bit more. Remember the phrase, a little bit more never hurt anybody. Because whatever you do, you're going to end up sort of like shifting things around a little bit as you close it. Make sure it's well and properly closed. There we go. A little bit more. All right. So this is pretty close, I think. Especially once, like, I'll here, pulling a little bit. I'll reinforce this whole section. I'll do a little bit of, like, futzing here, but, hey, things look ball-like. I would play with this if I was a little child, or I'd play with it if I was a large child. All right, so at this point, I'm going to pin it, and then I'm going to thread a needle. Oh, that's a real big pin. I don't need to pin it that much. Pin and close. And then I'm going to put this under, and I'm going to whip stitch it shut. I think I'm going to use this burgundy thread anyway, because it looks pretty cool. All right, if you have touched yourself in the meantime, take that as you will. Thread your needle. I got a tiny needle, and I got my thread, and it's going to look pretty. And start whip stitching it down. I recommend using a whip stitch just because it's stronger. It's stronger, it's easy to do on this. Do a whip stitch, makes sense. And you can do this a couple of ways. So I always like to reinforce the closure, especially. I'm not too worried about the edges here, simply because we did double and triple stitch them down. Well, once you're done reinforcing the stitches, which I'm probably going to keep doing around the edges because I think it looks nice. I like the colors. I'm probably going to keep doing that, but at this point it is done. This can be complete. This can be used. So that's how you make a ball. This is a really easy project. Like I said, I did finish whip stitching all the way around the edges, which you can't really see, but I like how it looks. It looks slightly more finished, even though it's not the neatest job I've ever done. I like how it looks. And this is a really easy project to do, especially if you've got a lot of remnants and you don't have a lot of fabric left because you didn't do pre-quarantine craft shopping. Wrong with you? And it's something that can be done and then used almost immediately. You can also use these as like pin cushions. I was stabbing my pins into this as I was sewing it, so it works really well. I just want to tell you all be well, and I hope to see you soon with my new big blue ball. Yay! See you soon. Bye.